Too early for this shit. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Olde Carr Guy. As you know, recently we traveled to Atlanta, Georgia in Dale Jr. My son and I took a trip there to go to C10s in the city, which took place on May the 3rd. This video is going to be a little bit of our trip there and back and some of the mishaps and some of the, interesting things that we saw while we were on our trip. The downside is I filmed it in vertical format because I was doing it for stories and adding stories to our trip as we went along. I figured that was the easiest way for you guys to follow along. If you didn't check out those stories, of course, they're gone now. Here is our trip to C10s in the city in Atlanta, Georgia. But before we do that, I hope that you take the opportunity to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're subscribed to Olde Carr Guy. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. Let's get to the video. Well, it's official. Junior and I are on the road, getting ready to cross the border into Maine. And we'll be stopping at the Kennebunk southbound toll plaza, or service plaza, sorry. Probably for lunch, probably around 10:30, 11 Eastern time. If you're around, that's where we'll be. And we made it through U.S. Customs with no issues, and it's 7 o'clock Canadian time, 6 o'clock U.S., and we are on the road. Atlanta bound. Just look at it. Just look at it. Well, we made it to the service plaza, had some lunch, or at least a bite, and we're off to our next stop, which is our next fuel stop. About 200 miles away. Hopefully we make it. Anyways, that's going to be just outside the Connecticut-New York border, so we'll see you guys when we get there. Well, Junior didn't want to chance making it 500 miles on fuel because this thing is way down, well, just below the empty hash mark. And we still got about 60 miles to go to our next stop, so we said, well, we'll make this our stop. Anyways, we're into Connecticut. We're about, like I said, about 60 miles to the New York border. And then we're heading on to Pennsylvania. So we'll meet up with a friend up there, hopefully, for some supper. And we'll keep you guys up to date. We don't have this where I come from. So I'm not quite sure where the GPS is taking us, but apparently right through the middle of farm country Pennsylvania on these narrow back roads was the quickest way to get to where we were going. But you know what?
In a quarter mile,
I would sooner see the countryside than be stuck on an interstate. Either way. It's been a long day, but we should be pulling into Harrisburg here in about 40 minutes or so. We can lay our heads down for another day. See you guys in the morning. Well, it's bright and early, and it wouldn't be proper if we didn't stop at a Waffle House for breakfast. Junior's never been, so he said, let's make it. He wants to try it, so let's get in and get this day started. Well, Paul shot off pretty quick. Well, it's time to get on the road. So we just left the Waffle House. Get on the highway, everything was going good until I had to step on it and it felt like it was down a cylinder. So we're on the side of the road trying to figure out what. I think it's a spark issue. So I guess we're gonna mess around with it for a little bit and see what's going on. So we did a tune-up on the side of the interstate here. I think we found our problem. That brand new injector is not injecting. So we're going to see if we can tap that and get it to work. got both of them spraying now, and it's running much smoother. Let's get the hell off the side of the road here. So that fixed it. We are on the road, and we get about half a mile down the interstate. We're back into bumper-to-bumper traffic. So much for making up for time. Anyways, on to Washington, D.C. to pick up Grant at the airport. Hopefully make it there in about 2.5 hours if everything's good. So it's 8:47. It's going to push it. We might be arriving a little bit late, Grant. Sorry. So we're at Reagan International Airport here in Washington, D.C., actually in Arlington, Virginia. And we found a place to squeeze old Dale Jr. into a parking spot here. They weren't made for these things. But they also weren't made for those, or really any modern vehicles. But we got to go find a place to take a leak while we wait for Grant's delayed flight. We got to wait an hour. So I guess I thought us breaking down was going to be the issue, but nope. Blame it on Grant. Well, I'm assuming that's Grant's plane. He just texted me, said they just touched down. So we're going to pull into the terminal. We're going to go meet him up front. Well, we are on the road. We picked up this fella. We finally managed to get him off his flight. And we are on our way to Atlanta. So we got a long ways to go and a short time to... That's a song.
Eastbound and
South?
literally down.
We're going down to Atlanta. Anyways, we've got to get there, but we got to get out of DC first. So I'm gonna put the phone down.
I should have brought the Cougars Light.
Oh, dang it. Banquet. Well, we're at our second fill up in a place called Colonial Heights, Virginia. We are out of Sheets at the recommendation of a bunch of you guys. Try Sheets. So we are. We got 521 miles that time on this tank, and the gas gauge was actually further up than where it was last time, so we should get better mileage, even though we were broke down once, even though we were in a lot of stop and go traffic. We'll see what the miles per gallon is, but anyways, on to Atlanta from here. Hopefully we'll get there on the next tank of gas. Hoping. It's happening again. It's official.
Speakers very well.
Carolina squat, folks. Don't do it. So if you're inclined to join us live on the road for an episode of The Breakdown, make sure you head over to the Get Out and Drive podcast YouTube channel. I would leave a link if I could. I'll see if I can figure that out so you guys can get it. But anyways, head on over there. We're going to go live here at the top of the hour. Even at night this happens. Doesn't happen where I live though. Oh, pee break. I couldn't hold it any longer. Well,
Welcome to Georgia.
we've made it to Georgia. That means we got about 100 miles left to go. We're gonna call it quits for the night right here. Well, we made it to the Airbnb at about 12:30 last night. It's a cute little house, and we slept well. Got up, they had some coffee there for us, and we're getting ready to start our day. And besides our little issue there yesterday morning with the fuel injector, Dale Jr. seemed to survive the rest of the trip. We didn't lose any of the vinyl going down the highway on the way down here. We did manage to gather up lots of nice collection of bugs. We cleaned the windshield 2 or 3 times, and I'm gonna find a car wash here. The wheels are pretty bad, but Jet Set Detail will be on site there tomorrow at the show, so we'll hopefully get this thing shining up once again. Well, it's Friday afternoon. We're only about a half an hour, oh no, good 45 minutes late, but We made it here to AMD and we're about to go inside and get a little bit of a tour. There's John. And then we've got Junior, Joanne, and Alex is there too. So let's get inside and see what's going on. And they got the big stacker trailer all ready for C10s in the city. Heading out to Atlanta tomorrow morning. So what we're being told is from that wall to that wall is almost a quarter mile, 300 and change feet. All sorts of outgoing shipments ready to rock and roll. In fact, there's a truck back up the door right there. So favorite thing to see here is not Grant, but it's this Ochre Shorty, 2-wheel drive, 6-cylinder, 73, maybe 74. Either way, like, this is my favorite thing to see.
That's my favorite thing to see.
Straight 6. See what I did there? Okay, I just found my second favorite thing here at AMD today. Oh man. Dodge Aspen wagon. I bet you it's got a 225 in it.
I'll go 318.
You think so?
Because you're getting what the customer is getting hands-on and use it. Right. You're not dialing up your hamburgers for that's awesome.
Well guys, another bright and early day here. It's Saturday, May the 3rd. C10s in the city happens today. Gates open at 9 o'clock. If you're inclined to be there, it is a rain or shine event. There is a little bit of a threat of rain at some point today, but we'll get through it. We've got Dale Jr. here. He's not quite clean. He's still got lots of brake dust and road grime, but we'll get the boys over at Jet Set Detail who are going to be on site to give her a little shining for us. So make sure if you're in the Atlanta area, you want to come check things out and see all the beautiful C10s. We got a sneak peek last night at the 3 taverns. There's going to be lots of nice trucks there, guys. So make sure you head on out to C10s in the city. You don't know where it is, I'm going to leave the registration link right there. Tells you exactly where things take place. We hope to see you there. So we made it here to C10s in the city, and of course there's the Vice Grip Garage tent. And this is the Vice Grip Garage line to get to see Derek. He is there, but they're not the only event. We are under a little bit of threat of rain, but as you can see, that hasn't stopped a lot of people from coming out here and seeing what's going on. And if you're wondering where we are, right there, underneath the Olympic rings in the blue parking lot at the old Turner Field. And man, what a turnout this has been. Let's go take a look around and see just what's out there. And there's a guy himself right there. There's a whole family here selling some merch. And of course we've got the SQR BDY tent here selling out a lot of their merch. And we've got C10s in the city of Atlanta, Georgia. This is the 2025 t-shirt here. And of course we got all kinds of neat stuff here from Rick and his merch. So make sure you check it out. Even found this guy hanging out. walking around the show, and this one is what I'm drawn to. The plaid seats, the beautiful, I don't know what color they called it from GM, but it's like a robin egg blue. Buddy buckets, it's got the original console. Man, this is a clean truck. I like that. And it's a GMC. I'm gonna have to say this is probably one of my best in shows. What do you guys think? And here we've got the Cat Farm crew cab. Totally looking different than the last time I saw it. But look, it's got wood grain. How cool is that? So one thing we've been seeing around this place is a lot of horsepower. Makes me a bit jealous. So we're gonna add 10 right here, right now. Oh man, my stud's too short. That's what she said.
Can you get it on?
No.
Oh, dang.
Oh well. It looks good though. So guys, not only is Vice Grip Garage and AMD here selling some merchandise and whatnot, make sure you're checking out SQR BDY. Robbie's also over here selling some merch.
Helping my daughter with a nosebleed. 2X.
Josh is over here sporting his merch as well. Make sure you check him out. And we also got Classic Truck Bed Parts over here doing his thing. So apparently downtown Decatur, parking spaces were not meant for Suburbans. So we're stuck out there a good, 3.5, 4 feet. Little bit of thunder. Well guys, it is Sunday morning and we have left Atlanta and we have made it to Hazard County. Yep. Well, we're actually in Covington, and more specifically Covington Square, and we just wanted to kind of come here and see, you know, what the fuss was all about. And this is where a lot of you know, scenes from the Dukes of Hazzard rolling through here, doing, you know, drifting through Covington Square. You know, of course, there's no signs of it today, but here we are just checking things out. Anyways, we are going to check a few things out here today, and all we want to do from here is make it to Busey's in Florence, South Carolina. So that will be our next stop. It's neat to see the old architecture that's been repurposed. Like, we've got bars and grills and eyelashes and clothings and barber shops, and like, this place is just modernized an old area of the country. And look at this old, what I assume would have been the city building, or maybe that's the courthouse or an old bank or something, but it just got some pile of history here. It's amazing. But the reality of Covington Square is not about the Dukes of Hazzard. It is about it's a dedication to the Confederate soldiers, apparently, that lost their lives. There's a little memorial plaque down here. There's a little memorial tower thing here, and I believe, maybe I'm standing corrected, I'll have to go read it. Maybe it's Ulysses S. Grant on a pedestal over there. So let's go check that out. Another fuel stop. I don't know why I'm just noticing now. But it looks like I got tagged by Yeah Buddy Garage. There's our first Buc-ee sign. Right across the road, there's our second one. Almost there. This is our exit. And there it is. Busey's. Well, despite what most people might think, we do not need gas here at Buc-ee's, so we're going to go in, use the bathroom, and do a little shopping. It definitely is a busy spot here today.
Your destination is on the right.
Thanks, Siri. Definitely is a busy spot. No doubt about that. This place is a freaking madhouse. I hope I don't have to wait for a bathroom. I guess that's cool. So that was our Buc-ee's experience. and it was an experience. It was super busy, as you saw in the previous video, but we got our picture taken with Bucky, and we spent 150 bucks American, or I did. How much you spent?
88 bucks.
88 bucks. So we got our Bucky's experience. We got some souvenirs for family and friends. So we've got the big brisket burger thingy. So looking forward to chowing down on that. Seriously, come on.
You sacked out.
She sacked out there, bud. Don't do this, people. Like, folks, all this traffic coming off the highway is for Buc-ee's. It's like, what the hell? I get it. I shouldn't say what the hell. I get it. Like, we need a Buc-ee's at home. Bye, Buseys!
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-95 North.
She likes interrupting me. Bye, Buc-ee's. So on our way to Virginia Beach, off of I-95, the GPS has us going through the backwoods of Virginia, maybe? I'm not sure if we've crossed into Virginia yet or not. Either way, I think we're close. And we got gas as soon as we pulled off of the interstate. So we've got a full tank, and thank God we did, because, I mean, it's a beautiful drive, don't get me wrong. But I have no clue where the GPS is taking me, and I'm just too damn scared to pull over and find out. Well, we made it to Virginia Beach. Dale Jr. down there. And besides the glare on the windows, you can see quite a bit of the city up here, and I can't wait to see where what the ocean looks like. It should be way over here in the morning. Anyways, that concludes day whatever it is, but it's time to get settled in here. La Quinta Inn. Not bad. Not too bad. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, it's Monday. We are in Virginia Beach, and we're just getting the oil and all the fluids checked, and Junior's going around just doing a retorque just to be sure. And we got to find an AutoZone. We're down about maybe half a quart, if that, but I want to keep up with that, so we'll find an AutoZone and get some oil put into it. It's quite windy today. We're gonna make it right down to the beach there, see what's going on. She's windy. How cool is this? I just don't get this again. But we do get the beaches. Sorry for the wind. And the fog. A plane coming in up there. I don't know if you can see it. There is a freighter out there in the water right there, I guess. So we decided, or I decided, that we would do the Chesapeake Bay Tunnel, Bridge Tunnel, while we were here, because, you know, we're here. And it does a couple of things. It allows us to get into Delaware, which I've never done. Just going through the toll there. I've never been to Delaware. We got to cross that one off the list. So this is how we're going to get there, and we're going to do the bridge tunnel. So let's set up the time lapse, see how it looks like. As we get closer and closer to New York City, we were hoping to be able to see the city as we drove through, but it's raining. And look at all the traffic that's coming the other way. Something tells me it's going to be like that on the other side of the city as well. So anyways, We managed to avoid catastrophe with our passenger side wiper blade, which almost flew off when it started raining. So we did find a auto zone where two wiper blades later, we found the right one.
Yeah.
That would clip on, and she's locked and loaded. So, anyways, onward and northward. Sit rep. We're on the Upper East Side, Upper West Side, I guess, and stuck in traffic because we were in the right lane, not the left lane on the Lincoln Tunnel. Not even sure we should have been taking the Lincoln Tunnel, to be honest. GPS says there's a 21-minute delay getting out of the city. We got to figure out just exactly how to do that. But it's an adventure, isn't it, kiddo?
Yes, it is.
Junior's never been to New York City, but here we are.
Yeah.
Let's get the hell out.
Here we are.
So we are in the hood, in the rain, getting gas because we had to piss so bad. But anyways, here we are. Well, I didn't do any filming for updates this morning, but we left Rhode Island at 7 a.m. And it's now 10. We're back into Maine. We just made it to the service plaza. We got some food in our gullet. We didn't get much of a breakfast other than some nutty bars, so get something to eat and be back on the road to home. Junior and I are sitting here as we're driving home talking about the Carolina squat trucks, and the video that I posted here on YouTube and Instagram is getting like super views. And I think we just figured out why the Carolina squat exists. It's because Daddy said he'd pay for half a lift kit and they started with the front. Anyways, if you missed that video, here it is. And when you've been on a long trip and you come to the end of Route 9, you know you're home. So we made it back into Canada, no problems at the border. Claimed everything that we bought while we were gone. They knew that we were out for a week or so. It was 6 days, I guess, altogether. But anyways, back home. And looking forward to seeing my wife and my dogs and
My cat.
Junior wants to see his cat, and I can't wait to sleep in my own bed tonight.
Same.
So guys, I hope you really enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're not yet subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Also, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. Also, don't forget to hit up shop.oldecarguy.com where you can get your very own Easily Distracted by Square Bodies t-shirt, as well as a bunch of other t-shirts that I have, hats, hoodies, beer koozies, you name it. We've got lots to sell over there, and that helps the channel so that we can go do more things like C10s in the city. Stay focused on the windshield, not the rearview mirror. I love you guys. God bless. Let's do it again in the next video.